running our smaller vintage boats here on the course. We've actually got them out and running now. They're going to run 5 laps around here. That was their start. Talking a little bit about that boat that is running in 3rd place out there. Boat's called Gang Green. Boat number 20. Running up the backstretch there. Got some interesting notes on that boat. It was originally built back in 1984. And the Kelson family got their hands back on the boat in June of 2012. So just last June, they got their hands on it. It had a capsule on it. Somebody was contemplating racing it with current day boats with a capsule on it, and they were putting it together to meet the restrictions required to run today. Decided against it. The Kelson family got the boat back. This is the boat on the outside here, boat number 20. They got the boat back just last June, cut the canopy out of it, restored it back to its original colors, and it was 14 weeks ago they started work on the boat. This is the first time it's been wet. So a real tribute there to Ed Kelson and Don Kelson Boat Company to have that boat here. In 14 weeks they put that one together. And talking with the Kelson family, who is certainly here and very supportive of this event, Don Kelson down on the dock down there, acting as our vintage referee this weekend. He's got 3 new boats that have showed up in his shop just over the last week. One of them is a boat that I remember quite well as a kid, driven by the late great Bill Brow. A boat called Vitamilk, a 7-liter. They found it at the base of Queen Anne Hill. And Doug Brow, the son of the late Bill Brow, is going to have it restored at Kelson's, and then Doug Brow will get behind the wheel of the boat. Doug right now is a referee on the Air National Guard H1 Unlimited Series. So not only do the boats keep coming back, but so do some of those names. So maybe next year when we're out here, we can talk about the Brow family, a very big name, certainly in the unlimited ranks and in the Pacific Northwest in smaller boats. Smaller vintage hydroplanes, sticking together, putting on a good show. Not sure the Mohawk helmet was part of the deal back in the day when this boat was running, but it looks good out there. Up into the corner there, you see Kiwi's boat, that boat from New Zealand, MH40, modified hydro. But Paul's not behind the wheel. He said all day today, Conrad Malmo of the Annabelle S vintage team. Unfortunately, Gang Green is not here, or Team Green as I call him. Gang Green's right there on the outside. But Conrad from that team is being able to run the boat here. Wes Gray driving the Weehoo goes around him. Again, next up on our schedule will be our national modified hydroplanes. Jeff Bernard already sitting behind the wheel of his boat here dockside. You see Chris Bertram standing on the deck of the Hey Jude. He will be ready to go. Interesting point about our national mods the last time they ran. These guys are going to have to be careful. They both jumped the gun the last time. Didn't seem to matter because they were the only 2 that finished, but they're going to have to think about that. They were both early, and they both did officially get across the line early. Didn't affect the order of finish because they both jumped. They're going to have to be careful when they get out here and run their final. That's coming up right after these vintage boats get off the course. These guys are doing an outstanding job up there. You notice they're giving each other a lot of lane space. They're keeping these 3 boats all together, putting on a show. This is really well done by all 3 of these drivers. It's a tribute to how well these boats have run. Every time they put them in the water, they take off and away they go. our 3 boats going up into the upper corner up there. They will come down. I believe they get the checkered flag this time when they come by. And that will wrap up our vintage racing here for the weekend. They put on an outstanding show, and I think they're going to come down here 3 wide. Checkered flag will fly for our Beach Lodge vintage boats, or translation, the smaller ones, those that don't require a crane. Vintage racing. And the moment they crossed start finish line, you saw Chris Bertram climb into National Mod boat number 1.